Hey, I'm Reba from Code Orange, and you're watching Ramzine.
Vicky here from Ramzine, and I'm with Reba of Code Orange. How are you today?
I'm great. What's up?
Good, good. And you played earlier on today, Download Festival. How did that set go for you?
Went amazing. Better than I could have ever expected, for sure.
Do you like playing in the UK?
Yeah, it's literally my favorite place in Europe to play. All the kids are always super excited, and they remember you. It doesn't take years and years and years. And,
Yeah.
You know, I've always respected the UK. They've shown us a lot of welcomeness, and yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, you guys have had some pretty cool support slots recently.
Yeah, for sure.
How did the Gojira tour go?
Great. Gojira, as people, are amazing, treated us really well. It was an awesome experience just getting to play to those kinds of kids, metal kids, but they're young kids, you know. Gojira's like on the up, so it's kids who are open-minded and ready to listen to new music, and they showed us, you know, they gave us their eyes and their ears, and so it was a great experience. We learned a lot just playing to such a new group of people, and it prepared us for this tour too, so
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah. You guys are a hardcore band, and I was wondering how important the kind of culture of hardcore is to you.
Very important. I mean, that's like the main thing. It's like the music is always, you know, just aggressive, and it's, for the most part, it's just kids who all support each other, making new bands. Like, it's not the type of thing where, you know, regular kind of music, it's like you gotta play bars and do all kinds of weird stuff. Hardcore, it's like there's a group of people that are ready to like try to support you and help you book shows. Everyone's booking each other's shows and returning favors, and they're just trying to meet people, you know, and it's more about that than it is about anything else.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. Yeah.
Because you guys have been playing in a band, well, ever since you were in high school.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So have you just been playing ever since?
Yeah, we just been playing shows, pretty much just like hitting up anyone we know, you know, like please. And then eventually you start to meet people everywhere, and then like it builds from there. So if it weren't for hardcore, there's no way we'd be here. You know, we're from Pittsburgh. Like, it's just like a random city. You know, it's not a place where you'd get noticed if it weren't for like a real supportive group of people or a scene. You know, so hardcore's been there for us.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get back to it.
It's nice to see that you know, you've had a lot of support. Through over the years, really. And I read online that with your new album you were pushing the boundaries of hardcore. What did you mean by that? Yeah,
well, I mean, you know, if you take hardcore at its base, it can be all kinds of different stuff, but for the most part it's guitars, bass, drums, hard music. You know, so we take that bass, which is what we were from the beginning, you know, a hardcore punk band. We're expanding on that. You know, we push songs like Bleeding in the Blur, or songs like Hurt Goes On, or, you know, even just like adding on layers to a hardcore song. And it's a thing, you'd hear it, if you like hardcore, you would be able to tell it's obviously a hardcore band. That's where our roots are. But there's also something that can bring other people into hardcore. It's like we're not trying to deviate from hardcore, we're not trying to leave hardcore. We're just trying to get people to understand it and see it for what it is and for what's awesome about it, you know? And we found a way to do that, especially with Forever. You know, I think that was our best effort at that.
Yeah, definitely. So, random question, what is your least favorite question to be asked in an interview?
Oh man, I would probably say something like, what's it like being a girl who plays music, or something general like that. It's like, no, like I'm just a kid. I'm just here. I'm just playing. Like, I hope it's inspiring people, girls and boys, whoever. You know? People are gonna ask what they're gonna ask, and it's all right. Sometimes it's just like a little naiveness about how the world works, but it's always a little frustrating. But I've learned to deal with it. So it's okay.
I think like all the female artists and bands that I've interviewed always say that. Actually, I don't know why in 2017 that's still a thing, but
it's always going to be a thing, I think. But especially when it's just like kind of like an old, out of touch person just asking you anything they can think of. You know, it's like you can do interviews where people know your band and they clearly are paying attention, and it's awesome, and you can go really deep about things and talk about a lot, but that's not always the case, but it's okay.
I feel like, now I'm gonna ask.
No, I mean, I'm not offended by it, so it's fine.
That's cool. So what's your favourite city to play in?
Favorite what?
City to play in the world?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, hometown.
Yeah, hometown. It's not even always easy, it's tough, but like that challenge of just like making your own hometown respect you, it's like that's best feeling. And then with our most recent show there, it was our record release show for this record.
Yeah.
It was like the payoff. It was so great. Like, so many people there from all around Pittsburgh area, all kinds of kids that is like, you know, it used to be just like our friends were at our shows, you know, people we literally knew face to face, but at that show it was like all kinds of kids from Pittsburgh that I never thought would ever even know who we are.
Yeah,
so it was really cool seeing that all kind of come together.
What's the music scene like over in Pittsburgh?
It's good. It's weird. It's like, you know, it's a city, but it's like a small city, and there's all kinds of different little pockets of types of music, like punk, a lot of punk stuff going on, like underground stuff. It's a really great scene. It's a lot of bands. It's just like all different kinds of stuff, and everybody doesn't always come together. You know, it's tough to get them to do that. We've been trying to really bridge the gap with that kind of stuff. It's like there's kids who don't know about the underground scene, but they'll be at like, you know, the bigger shows, bigger like festival stuff, and like, you know, whenever we play with Gojira, there's a lot of people there from Pittsburgh that, you know, we wouldn't even see at a hardcore show. But I think we're trying to bridge that gap. So that's our goals.
Yeah, it's always good, I think, to encourage people to come to live shows, because at the end of the day you can listen to stuff on CD as much as you want, but that live show you can't replace that.
Exactly, yeah. We're just trying to get our name out there to kids, even just for the reason if they come to any hardcore show, you know. Like a lot of our guys have booked shows in Pittsburgh, and we try to do as much as we can for it, you know. And we're not home a lot, but whenever we get the chance, we try to.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for talking to us today. It was nice to meet you.
Thanks.